Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. The other day, on Thursday, I did a short little video on all the matches leading up to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, sort of giving my predictions and my thoughts about what was going down. I've also put up the full show preview for Money in the Bank if you wanted to watch all of them all in one time instead of having to go through all the videos one by one. Some people like them like that, where they can sort of use them like a podcast. I think it's almost about 45 to 50 minutes of non-stop wrestling talk. So go check that out if you want to. Of course, in WWE fashion, they have added two matches to the pay-per-view with very little fanfare, very little plugging at all. One of those is the tag team match going up with Ryback teaming up against Goldust and Stardust. Now, I do have some feelings that I'm hoping that something good comes out of Stardust, but basically, when it all comes down to it, nobody really cares about that match, and it's not going to matter in the long run. More than likely, Goldust and Stardust will pick up the win from there. But in the other match, we have Summer Rae going up against Layla with Fandango as a special guest referee. Everybody remembers the breakup from after WrestleMania. If you follow these people on Twitter, you would know about it. If not, you wouldn't know about it. Basically, just all of a sudden one day, Summer Rae and Fandango got into a little brouhaha on Twitter, which led to Fandango dumping Summer Rae and picking up Layla to become his new dancer / escort / girl, he makes out with all the time. Some months passed, nothing really happened of it. Layla didn't really move anywhere in the Divas division. It was almost like Layla was a girl who wasn't going to wrestle anymore. I'm sure she fought in the WrestleMania Divas match, but anything that came out of that, I don't even really remember. She probably was one of the first girls that was eliminated. Layla, at one point back in 2010, when she was with Laycool, her and Michelle McCool were not the tag champs. It's almost like the Diva tag champs because there was two of them. But, she was a Divas champion for a long time. She did have some moves. She held her own in the ring, but I think Michelle McCool was easily the well-balanced, more wrestler that came out of that. Layla got the win when they did wrestle at, I believe, in Extreme Rules, which was the Loser Leaves Town match, and that is the same match that she had one of her best matches of her career, but it was also the match that she got injured in, and I think she was out for almost well over a year before she came back, and everybody knows about her absence last year. That just seemed like it was taking forever. Summer Rae is a chick that can go. Everybody knows from NXT, but for some reason, when they broke up her and Fandango, I thought it was her to become a single star, almost like Fandango was holding her back. I don't know, what the real storyline is from this. I know that everybody can remember Layla covered in milk when Summer Rae dumped it over her, and Layla going after Summer Rae and covering her, and I can't remember what she dumped on her. It looked like oatmeal or something like that. I can't really remember, but they're fighting over who gets to be the one that is in love with Fandango and gets Fandango's love. Fandango's going to be the special guest referee. He's going to be in between these girls. When I talked about, Paige, and her match against the Funkadactyls, well, I guess it's only against Naomi. Cameron will probably be there and be on the outside. But more than likely, everybody's looking for some sort of a Funkadactyls breakup. There's going to be some sort of brouhaha, screwy job in there. And I was saying that I'm hoping if that does happen, next month's pay-per-view would be sort of like a three-way match. It would be Cameron, it'd be Naomi, and it'd be Paige in there wrestling for the Divas Championship. Because there's no way in the world that this Divas roster can hold up to having two Divas matches on one pay-per-view. And then here we are on the same pay-per-view that I was talking about. We have two Divas matches. When this comes down to it, like I was saying, everybody knows that Summer Rae, she can wrestle. She's good at what she does. But I can see this just being some sort of easy joking match, almost like a dance-off with both of them grabbing Fandango and doing some dance moves that are in there. I'm not really looking for a whole lot of physical action, but you never know. They could surprise us and go with like the 90s style, just full-on cat fight with them going all in between it. More than likely, I'm thinking that they're going to recognize their mistake and put Summer Rae back with Fandango. More than likely, we're not even going to know what the true storyline that is going along with this is going to be until like 6 months from now when we see what happens on Total Divas, and they're like, oh, that's why they were on that pay-per-view. Now it makes a little bit of sense. Basically, I don't understand with the Divas division. You got so many girls that are there just to look pretty, but you got so many girls that have come up from NXT, like Paige, and Emma. They had so many good matches in NXT. Everybody can remember them battling over the NXT Divas or it's not really the Divas Championship, Women's Champ. I don't know what the hell that belt's called there, but they were fighting over it. Charlotte has it now, thanks to the tournament that they ran. But I don't know. I mean, it just make a whole lot more sense to me if they let the girls that can actually wrestle go in there and wrestle, put some sort of a storyline behind Paige, and make the Divas division really just matter again. Because right now, they have girls. I mean, everybody knows. The story that came out was that NXT had a lot of good wrestlers in it. Triple H wasn't going to put these wrestlers on the main roster until basically they had something really to go for it. And if you look around, what's going on? I mean, of the guys that I can think of that have been put up to the roster, Xavier Woods is nothing more than a jobber. Rusev is getting some wins here and there that get noticed. Biggie Langston has been the Intercontinental Champion. But, there's Emma. What is she doing? Nothing really. Paige, she's Divas Champion. What is she doing? Nothing really. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head who else has come up from NXT in the last little while. Adam Rose wrestling on Superstars a lot. That gimmick that they came up for him isn't really working the way that I thought it was going to. But, as much as, NXT is putting out good television that people watch every week and are highly, talking about it, it's not really translating into making big stars once they hit the roster. It's sort of like the same old. The people that have been there are the people that are going to get over until somebody gives them their lucky break along the way. But Layla versus Summer Rae, my pick is Summer Rae to get the win. Hopefully they'll put them back together with Fandango and just sort of erase the mistake that they made, and we'll find out on Total Divas why they did it. Peace out.